Hi everyone, welcome to my online mathematics class. And in this video, we are going to talk about differential equations. And our topic for today was called eliminating arbitrary constant. So let's have this following examples. In each of the following, eliminate the arbitrary constant. So ano ba yung goal natin dito? So ang goal natin dito is to eliminate or remove our arbitrary constant and we will come up with a given differential equation. So the number of constants in a given equation tells us on how many derivatives yung ating gagawin. Kung ilan beses ba tayo mag-derivative. Okay, let's start with example number 1. So we have here x cubed minus 3x squared is equal to c. So sa case na ito ay pwede natin gamitin ang implicit differentiation. Okay? So when we say implicit differentiation, nagdi-differentiate tayo ng merong x at merong y. Kumbaga, i-differentiate natin yung x and y simultaneously. Ganon din ang constant. No? So, always remember that in this equation, the independent variable is x and the dependent variable is y. So it means that we are differentiating with respect to x. Okay. So in number 1, we have x cubed minus 3x squared y is equal to c. So, ano ang derivative ng x cubed? That is 3x squared. So dito naman sa pangalawa ay meron tayong dalawang uri ng variable. We have the independent and we have the dependent variable in a given term. So, pwede natin siyang ilabas muna yung constant which is yung 3. Then, doon sa x squared y, tayo ay mag-product rule. So, ano nga ba ang definition ng product rule? Ang definition ng product rule, if we are going to get the derivative of u times v, that is just equal to u times dv plus v times du. So, in this case, we have x squared y. So, our u here is x squared and our v is y. So, ibig sabihin, gagamitin natin ang product rule para makuha ang derivative ng x squared y. So, ano ba yung ating u? That is x squared. At ano ang derivative ng y? That is y prime. Okay, dahil nga, we are differentiating in terms of x. So, yung y, pag kinuha ang derivative ng y, that is y prime. Then plus v, our v is y. Then the derivative of x squared is 2x. Simplify this one, we have x squared y prime plus 2xy. So, ipa-plug in natin yung x squared y prime plus 2xy doon sa loob ng bracket. So, we have negative 3 multiplied by x squared y prime plus 2xy. And then, equals, the derivative of a constant c is 0. So, nakuha na natin yung goal natin, na-eliminate na natin yung ating arbitrary constant. So, ang gagawin lang natin dito ay isi-simplify natin yung ating given expression. So, we have here 3x squared minus 3x squared y prime minus negative 3 times positive 2 is, okay, minus 6xy is equal to 0. So this differential equation can be reduced by dividing all by 3x. Kasi yun yung pinaka common factor nila. So we can divide it all by 3x. Para mas simple ang ating sagot. So, 3x squared divided by 3x, we have x. 3x squared y prime divided by 3x, that is xy prime. So, minus xy prime. Then, we have here 6xy divided by 3x, that is negative 2y, then equals 0. So, actually, this is the differential equation that we are looking for. But we can simplify it more by in terms of dy over dx. No? So, pwede po nating i-transpose yung xy prime doon sa right side, yung negative xy prime. So, on the left side, we have x minus 2y is equal to transpose negative xy prime, we have positive xy prime. So now, yung y prime, since ang y prime ay equivalent sa dy over dx, pwede natin siyang i-replace by dy over dx. So we have here x minus 2y is equal to x multiplied by dy over dx. So now, multiplying this equation into dx, we can now have x minus 2y dx is equal to x dy. And in this case, we can transpose x dy on the left side so that we can have x minus 2y dx. Pagka transpose on the left side, we have minus x dy is equal to 0. So this is now our differential equation that we are looking for. We eliminated the arbitrary constant and we come up the differential equation, the quantity of x minus 2y dx minus x dy is equal to 0. But in this case, ito po, pwede na din itong maging answer. Yung x minus 2y is equal to x y prime. Kasi nga, differential equation din naman siya. Or, pwede din po itong maging answer. Okay, kasi ito hindi pa siya naka-simplify, no. So, either of the three ay pwede nating maging sagot. Kasi ang goal naman natin is natanggal na naman natin yung ating tinatawag na arbitrary constant. And that is our number 1. Okay, let's now have number 2. The given in number 2 is that we have y sine x minus x y squared is equal to c. So kagaya ng number 1, pwede natin itong gamitan ng implicit differentiation wherein we are differentiating with variables x and y simultaneously. That is yung x natin ang independent variable at ang y natin ang dependent variable. So for us to eliminate the constant c. Okay. So ngayon, ang gagawin natin, we have the first term, y sine x. So magkaibang function ito. So pwede natin tong gamitan ng product rule. So derivative ng y sine x. So yung ating y ang magiging u at ang sine x ang ating magiging v. So ibig sabihin, that is equal to, ano nga ba ang formula ng product rule? That is u dv plus v du. So in this case, our u is y and our v is sine x. So ang du natin is equal to derivative ng y, which is y prime. And then our dv o derivative ng sine x, that is cosine x. So ilalagay lang natin sa formula, that is u dv plus v du. So u, we have y multiplied by dv, which is cosine x. Then plus our v is sine x. Then we have du, which is y prime. So we have y cosine x plus sine x y prime. So yun po yung ating derivative ng y sine x. Okay. Now, let us have the derivative naman ng xy squared. So may negative ito sa labas. Ilalabas muna natin yung negative and we will plug in here the derivative of xy squared. So, the derivative of xy squared, pwede natin itong gamitan ulit ng or gamitan din ng product rule. So, ang u natin dito ay x at ang v natin ay y squared. So, ang derivative ng u is 1 at ang derivative ng v ay 2y. Pero since with respect to y, ay to x, we need to multiply it by y prime. Kasi with respect to x. Okay, now let us plug in into the formula. So we have u dv plus v du. So our u here is x multiplied by the dv, which is 2y y prime. Then plus v du, we have y squared multiplied by 1. Okay, so in this case, to simplify this, we have 2xy y prime, then plus y squared. Ipa-plug in natin ito dito sa loob ng bracket. We have 2xy y prime plus y squared. Then equals, the derivative of the constancy is 0. So ang sunod natin gagawin is to simplify. So we have here y cosine x, then plus sine x y prime minus, so ito ay didistribute natin yung negative. So minus 2xy y prime, then minus, again, we have y squared equals 0. So i-group natin yung may mga common factor and we will factor it. So unahin natin yung may y prime. So ang may y prime natin is yung sin xy prime tsaka negative 2xy y prime. So ibubukod natin yon. So we have sin x y prime minus 2xy y prime. Then ibubukod din natin yung y cosine x at saka negative y squared. We have plus y cosine x then minus y squared equals 0. So factor out natin yung y prime dito sa first at second. So kasi yung common, common factor. We have y prime multiplied by sin x minus 2xy. Then in this case, we have plus. Factor out natin yung y kasi yung common factor. We have y multiplied by cosine x minus y equals 0. So actually, itong answer na to ay pwede na. Okay? Yung answer natin na y prime sin x minus 2xy plus y multiplied by cosine x minus y is equal to 0. That is the differential equation that we are looking for. But pwede pa rin natin itong i-simplify pa by replacing y prime by dy over dx. So kapag nag-replace tayo dito ng dy over dx sa y prime, we have here dy over dx multiplied by sin x minus 2xy plus y times cosine x minus y is equal to 0. So, para maging maging isang line na lang siya, pwede natin siyang i-multiply by dx, both sides. So, magkakaroon tayo ng sin x minus 2xy dy plus y multiplied by cosine x minus y dx is equal to 0. So this is another answer or another format of a given differential equation. So that is the answer for number 2. Now let's have example number 3. The given in number 3, we have x is equal to a sine wt plus b, where w is a parameter not to be eliminated. So since w is a parameter our constants here is just the capital A and the capital B. We have two constants. We have the dependent variable x and we have the independent variable t. So in this case, we are going to find the first and second derivative. Bakit first at second derivative? Kasi meron tayong dalawang constant which is yung a at saka yung v. So the first derivative is dx over dt. Okay, so we have dx over dt. Okay. So dx over dt is just equal to, so ano nga ba ang derivative ng sine? So according sa ating formula that the derivative of sine u is equal cosine of u du, 'di ba? So yun yung kanyang derivative, that is cosine u du. So chain rule ito ha. So ibig sabihin kung ano yung nandun sa loob ng parenthesis or yung pinaka-u natin, kukunin pa rin natin yung derivative niya. So dito meron tayong constant na a, so ilalabas muna natin 'yan. Then get the derivative of the of the sine u, the sine wt plus v. So since w is the numerical coefficient of t, so that we have cosine, ayan, kopyahin muna natin wt plus v, then multiply it by the derivative of wt plus v. So since our function is in terms of t, dapat ang ating pagkuha ng derivative, so yung w will be given numerical coefficient. So this is just multiplied by w. The derivative of b is 0 because b is a constant. So we will arrange. So dx over dt is equal to aw multiplied by the cosine of wt plus b. Okay. So the next step that we need to do is to get the second derivative. So the second derivative is d squared x over dt squared. That is equal to. So again, meron pa rin tayo dito na constant. So our constant or numerical coefficient na pwede nating ilabas, which is yung aw. Then get the derivative of the cosine. So the derivative of cosine u is just equal to negative sine of u du. So it means that the derivative is negative sine. So negative sine of our u, which is wt plus v, then multiply it by the du, which is w. So simplifying this, we have aw times w, that is aw squared. So since may negative tayo dito, lagyan natin ng negative. So negative aw squared, then sine of wt plus b. Yan, that is our d squared x over dt squared. So as you notice that in this given equation, we found out that we can substitute a given value for a sine wt plus b. In the given, it tells us that x is equal to a sine wt plus b. So, kung i-group natin yon, we have here d squared x over dt squared, that is equal to negative w squared. Then we have a sine of wt plus b. Okay? So, etong a sine wt plus b, yun po yung ating nasa given, which is x. So, pwede natin tong palitan ng x. So, we have d squared x over dt squared is equal to negative w squared x. So, pwede po yun. And then, we have now d squared x over dt squared. Itatranspose natin ito sa left side, magiging plus w squared x is equal to 0. So, na-eliminate na natin yung constants A and B. Ito na yung ating differential equation na ating hinahanap. Number 4, we have y is equal to cx plus c squared plus 1. So, in this given equation, the number of constants is only 1. Kasi po, yung c squared at saka yung c sa cx ay parehas lang po sila. So, nagkakaroon lang ng pagkakaiba ng constant kapag ka mayroon siyang subscript like c sub 1, c sub 2, and so on. So, dito, wala naman nakalagay na subscript. So, ibig sabihin, isa lang yung ating arbitrary constant na ating i-eliminate. So, ibig sabihin, isang beses lang tayo o kukuha ng ating derivative. So, our derivative is came from the y is equal to cx plus c squared plus 1. So, kunin natin ang first derivative. So, the first derivative is determined by y prime is equal to derivative of cx. So, dahil ang c ay constant and in determining the derivative of a constant and a variable x, the answer is just c. The derivative of c squared is 0, so hindi ko nilalagay dito. And the derivative of 1 is just 0. So, ibig sabihin, ang c natin ay equal sa y prime. So, therefore, the answer is just, isa-substitute lang natin yung y prime doon sa c. So, we have here y is equal to y prime multiplied by x plus y prime squared then plus 1. So, the answer is that y is equal to xy prime plus y prime squared plus 1. So, ito na yung ating differential equation. We have y is equal to xy prime plus y prime squared plus 1. So, ito na yung ating answer. So, ganun lang kabilis. So, ang ginamit natin dito na method ay substitution. Number 5, we have y is equal to c sub 1 plus c sub 2 e raised to negative 4x. So in this case, we have two constants or two arbitrary constants which are c sub 1 and c sub 2. So ibig sabihin, dalawang beses tayo kukuha ng derivative. So let's try to find the first derivative or yung ating y prime. So y prime is equal to, the derivative of c sub 1 is 0, so hindi ko nilalagay. The derivative of c sub 2 e raised to negative 4x is, ilalabas mo na si c sub 2, then get the derivative of e to the negative 4x, so that is negative 4 e raised to negative 4x. So, to simplify, this y prime is equal to negative 4 c sub 2 e raised to negative 4x. So, since dahil nga dalawang constant, we need to have another derivative, which is the second derivative. So, second derivative is the derivative of the first. So, we have y double prime is equal to, ilalabas mo natin yung constant na negative 4 c sub 2. We have negative 4 c sub 2. Then, get the derivative of e raised to the negative 4x. And that is negative 4 e raised to negative 4x. Then, y double prime is equal to positive 16 c sub 2 e raised to negative 4x. So, our goal here is to eliminate the c sub 2 kasi yun na lang talaga yung ating natitirang constant. So, ngayon, we will assign equation 1 and equation 2 for us to eliminate the c sub 2. And we will use the elimination method. And our equation 1 will be this one, and our equation 2 will be this one. So let us rewrite the equations. We have y prime is equal to negative 4 c sub 2 e raised to the negative 4x. And then we have y double prime is equal to 16 c sub 2 e raised to the negative 4x. So our goal here is to eliminate the c sub 2. So to eliminate the c sub 2, pwede nating i-multiply ang first equation by 4 para makancel natin yung may c sub 2. Kasi ito, 16 c sub 2 a raised to negative 4x. So, ibig sabihin, yung negative 4, ang pwede nating i-multiply sa kanya is positive 4 para maging negative 16 para ma-cancel natin yon. So, we will multiply this both sides by negative 4 so that magkakaroon tayo ng negative 4 y prime is equal to negative 16 c sub 2 e raised to negative 4x. So by elimination method, pwede natin itong makancel kasi 0 na sila. That is 0. And then combine this y double prime minus 4y prime. And the answer is y double prime minus 4y prime is equal to 0. So ito na ang ating hinahanap na differential equation na natanggal na natin yung ating arbitrary constant. So yan lang po yung ating examples ng eliminating arbitrary constants in a given equation for us to determine a given differential equation o magka-come up tayo sa isang differential equation. That is all for today. Thank you and God bless. Goodbye. I hope you learn a lot about differential equation.